What is up, y'all? It is your girl, Brand New, and I'm back in the building. Today, I want to talk about a couple of different things. I want to try to keep this as brief as possible, but there were a couple of things on my mind, and I've been talking to people on Facebook about these things and on YouTube. So I'm going to get into these couple of things that I want to get into, and basically what we're going to be talking about is this motherfucking Tina Campbell from the Mary TV show group. Y'all know who she is. Also going to talk a little bit about Bobbi Kristina, and I also want to talk about the NeNe, Brielle and Kim situation. Okay, so let me get into Bobbi Kristina, the movie, first, and just kind of give my brief opinion on that. First off, at first, I didn't like the movie when I was watching it. I felt like it was way too many flashbacks, but as the movie began to go on and I got like halfway through, it was like, you know what? This movie is actually okay. It's pretty good, actually, because it really, I don't know, it really spoke to the fact that Bobbi Kristina really missed her mother after she died. They had such an unbreakable bond. And Whitney was one of those people where it looks like, I don't know, it's just something very angelic about Whitney Houston. And yes, she had her faults, you know, she was on drugs, but that voice, her personality, like I'd be watching interviews of Whitney and I'd be like, girl, me and you could have hung. We could have hung out, had some real good fun. She just seemed like such a down-to-earth, cool-ass person. And I think where things went wrong was the media made her into something she really never wanted to be. She was just a person. And I believe in an interview with Oprah, she said she was looking for her young womanhood. And that's, that's kind of the reason of the drugs and her just doing her own thing and not really focusing on singing. She just wanted to kind of be away from everything. So, and I thought that was interesting when she said that. But yeah, I'm a very big Whitney Houston fan. I love her music. And it was just so sad when her daughter passed. But, when I was watching a movie, first off, let me say, as far as the cast, they did the cast very well. Pat Houston, I believe, was played by Vivica Fox. I forgot the girl that played Bobbi Kristina. That girl did a good-ass job on Bobbi Kristina. The voice, the mannerisms, she sounded just like her. The guy that played Nick did good. The guy that played Bobby kind of looked like Bobby. Like, everything I felt, everybody matched up to who they were supposed to play. So I think they did very good on that. I was a little nervous about these movies because y'all know how Lifetime do. They'll play you. But TV One does pretty decent movies. Demetria McKinney from House of Pain. And she was on Housewives for a little bit too. Very good job as Whitney. Her voice was absolutely beautiful. Do I think it's on Whitney's level? Not at all. Not at all. But she definitely has a beautiful voice. And she definitely played Whitney. Like, she really got into it. The smoking on the cigarettes and, her mannerisms and, just that personality of command. I don't know. I feel like Whitney Houston was a demanding person. Like, she commanded respect. And, like, I've seen Whitney in her element in a lot of different interviews and being on Bobby Brown. Just, you can really pick up on Whitney. And I feel like Demetria McKinney and that girl that played Bobbi Kristina, they did the motherfucking thing. Very good job. Vivica Fox is my girl. If you know anything about me, I love me some Big Viv. I love Vivica. Vivica was in there looking good. I think she did a good Pat Houston. I looked at some other reviews on this movie, and people were just saying, well, all Pat Houston cares about is money. And when I'm looking at the movie, if I'm honest, she was just worried about this girl. Because, yeah, I think you are dealing with a lot of money, you know, and of course people are going to care about money. I mean, you're dealing with a lot of money, you got a lot to lose. They didn't want the money going to the Nick guy. They were trying to protect the girl and her money. So when I hear these reviews of Pat Houston, she just didn't give a fuck about her, and I don't feel like that's true. She's giving this guy the side eye, the guy, you know, that played Nick or whatever. She giving him the side eye because she could see what he's doing. You know, she could see that he was taking advantage of this girl. Her mother then died. He trying to get a piece of the pie too. You know, I did not like how he was physically abusing her emotionally. Do I believe this stuff occurred? This is all alleged. But yes, I do believe that like this went down in some of these ways. I can't say everything is true. You know, but a lot of the story, it just looked, because I did watch that Houston's on Our Own show, and I kind of remember a lot of, like, how it felt and how things was, and, like, I remember it enough to, when I see the movie, it's like, okay, it's parallel to what was kind of going on in real life, so... Yeah, I like the movie. You got a lot of people on Facebook dogging Demetria. Her voice ain't nothing like Whitney's. Of course it's not. But it's her own and it's nice. She could sing. So, everybody did a good job. And I thought it was a good movie. I will give it a B+. Not an A+, but a B+. It was pretty good. I didn't like it in the beginning because I wish they would have started when she was a kid. Coming up, being around the music industry. Kind of showing her mother, like, and Bobbi, but they did good, though. They did give us those flashbacks, and I guess they really wanted to cover the time after Whitney died, and then before she died, so, and it's just sad that they both, like, kind of lost their way, and lost their life, like, being in a bathtub, like, that is just crazy, and with Bobbi Kristina, she stayed in a coma for months after that, and just a sad story, and I do feel like if her mother was alive, maybe she still would be too, because she would have that love, and I do feel like Bobby Brown loved her. I do. I don't care what nobody say. I like Bobby Brown. I feel like he does care for his daughter, but I think this situation was kind of out of his hands. It was out of a lot of people's hands, because when you're dealing with somebody that's grown people, they can do and be around whoever they want to be around. We may not like it, but, you know, it's kind of out of their hands. So, yes, I do wish this girl wouldn't have went through all the stuff that she went through with her mom and her dad, and watching them fight and be on drugs. And, you know, she came from all of that, and she ended up living that. So, it's just so sad. So, yeah, you guys check out the Bobbi Kristina movie. Let me know how you feel about it. Okay, so that is the first story. Let's get off into the NeNe, Brielle, and Kim. Okay, so supposedly Brielle and Kim, they weren't even invited to NeNe's house. They came as charades plus 1 or 2, I don't know. Anyways, the girl Brielle Snapchats, I said Snapchats. She Snapchats a motherfucking bug on the floor, and she was calling it a roach and trying to imply NeNe had roaches. That's number one. The little girl, grown up, whatever the fuck she is, she's 20. Her ass is grown. Let me correct that. She's very much so grown. Everybody talking about, oh, NeNe shouldn't be coming and nobody's kids. You know, that girl, she way older than that girl. She should be the bigger person, the more mature person. It's just like, she was motherfucking wrong when she did that. If you at somebody's house and you find a bug or something and in their house, you don't need to Snapchat that. Just very childish and petty. But NeNe got her ass and that motherfucking Kim together real quick. She dogged the fuck out of them. She said, if you did find a roach in my house, it probably came out of that nasty ass pussy you got. I was cracking the fuck up. We was all talking about it in our little Real Housewives of Atlanta group on Facebook. Y'all join in, you know, on these groups. They're really fun and entertaining. You know, if you're bored at work, you know, you could always hop in the group when you get a little downtime and just have some fun, have some laughs. But yeah, we was cracking up about it. Because people was sitting up here talking about something. Oh, well, that was just messed up how NeNe came at her. And it's like, I would have dogged her too. I would have checked her too. You have to check people, you guys. Because if you don't check these bitches feel like they can do whatever. They could say whatever, you know. And NeNe wasn't about to let that shit fly. So, and then Kim Zolciak talking about some, oh, well, Brielle actually, she Snapchatted different videos. Kim, she shouldn't have been doing that. She shouldn't have put none of that on those damn social media. Kim has always been the type, you guys, to try to be friends with her kids. She also treated the girl Sweetie real poor. Remember when NeNe was saying that Sweetie was Kim's slave? And it seemed like it. Sweetie, remember she used to be like, Sweetie, go get my cigarettes. Sweetie, do this. Sweetie, do that. Like, she was talking to that girl any kind of way. And NeNe did imply on social media she felt like Kim was racist. And do I feel like Kim is racist? I feel like those tendencies are definitely there. I don't personally know Kim, but it's just certain things that she's did on the Housewives I felt was very suspect. But my issue with NeNe is this. NeNe, you are my girl out of all these motherfuckers we are talking about. You are my girl. Stop fucking with Kim. It seemed like she will fall out with Kim. They get right back together. And it's like, once you see people for who they are, just leave them alone, NeNe. Don't get back cool with Kim, because this shit is dirty. What her and her daughter did. Putting that shit on social media, trying to make NeNe look bad, and it's just fucked up. You don't treat people like that, you know. So, and I heard that NeNe has a very beautiful house. They could have commented on how beautiful it was, and I believe NeNe said that. So she was like, they jealous, you know, that's what it is. They want to try to find anything wrong they could say, and I see that. So, yeah, and Kim shouldn't even really be on the Housewives anyway. She should go to Real Housewives of New Jersey, New York, whatever the fuck else they got. She does not fit in. When I watch Atlanta, I'm not trying to be funny. I want to watch some black women. Want to watch all my black girls together duke it out. And I feel like she would fit better on the other shows because those other women are more like her as far as personality, race. You know, I'm not trying to be funny, but it's like on Housewives, Kim always likes to act like, oh, I'm the victim amongst all these black women. And yes, they could have a white housewife on Housewives, but it just shouldn't be Kim. It's just something about Kim where she tries to play victim. She'll talk all this shit, she'll do all this shit, and then she tries to play victim. And I'm not here for that. So, yeah, they could have a white one on there, but she needs to fit with the girls. And I don't feel like Kim fits with them, to be honest. Not anymore. When they first started out with this show, she did. And I don't watch that bullshit ass show she got. Tardy for the Party is boring as fuck. Kim is boring. I kind of liked her when she was with Big Papa. Not to be like, I'm happy she's married and had her kids and shit. Don't get me wrong. I'm all for progression. But to me, she was just more herself. It's like now she tries to put on a show and try to make it look like everything is so perfect. It's like, bye, Kim. I ain't got time for you. Okay, so that is pretty much what I wanted to say about that. Okay, so now let's quickly get off into this motherfucking Tina Campbell. Now, if you are a lot like me, you watch the Mary Mary show on WeTV, and when I watched the show, you guys, I think we are in our second episode in. Is it just me or is Tina always fucking complaining? Tina never can meet Erica halfway. The bitch is always bitching and complaining about stuff. Well, no, I'm not going to do this. And no, I'm not trying to do Mary Mary. I want to only do my solo stuff. I'm going to be honest. I kind of feel like she's a little bit jealous of Erica. I really do feel like there's some jealousy of Erica. But Tina, you will never be Erica because you are not humble like Erica. You are not respectful like Erica. You know, you just carry yourself like a bitch. You know, and then you supposed to be a Christian. Then all this shit came out. You done voted for Donald Trump. Why am I shocked? Why the fuck am I shocked that you voted for an asshole like him? a racist asshole. And then talking about, so, well, that's what my Christian values told me to do. Girl, bye. What Christian values? You don't fucking have none, because I watch your black ass on the TV screen, and I don't fucking see no Christian or no damn values when it comes to you. Okay? You guys, when I tell you I look at this bitch different, because I was looking like, okay, Mary, they're Christians, so I'm thinking I'm going to see a certain type of show. Not a perfect show, because I know Christians are not perfect. I'm not saying that they have to be, but she's a fucking mess. You know what I'm saying? Like a fucking... if I can explain her, she would be like, you know how you walk into a room and there's clothes and bullshit all over the room? That's Tina Campbell when I see her. You know, that she's all over the fucking place, don't know where the fuck she's going. So, y'all, I'm not featuring her. It's something about her that's very fake, and it's just like... Every time I watch the show, and I know y'all probably like, well, why you watch the show? I like Erica. I like Gugu. I like the mother. I like Warren. I like everybody else on the fucking show. I even like her husband. I like everybody but her ass. She is a fucking tornado gone bad. And then this dumbass shit she says about Trump, it just really pissed me the fuck off. And then she got on the reel getting all snippy, telling myself, well, I don't care who has an opinion about what I did, and I did what I did, and everybody clapping. I'm like, man, bye. Girl, you such a fucking mess. Erica, don't clap for that bitch. That bitch is gonna bring you down, okay? All right? If I were you, Erica, I would just stay solo. You don't need the headache. Do you notice, Erica, whenever you on the show try to do something as a team, as a group, you got this bitch over here. Well, no, I don't want to do that. Well, no, that's going to conflict with this. Well, no, I can't do that. I can't be two places at once. And no. You know, she just always has a fucking issue. Because the bitch has problems. That is why. So, Erica, if I was you, I would go solo, stay solo, get the fuck away from her. She is a no-no. She is. I was sitting up there like, I don't give a fuck whose sister she is. If she was my sister, I wouldn't even fuck with her. Okay? Would have shit to do with her. Very stressful personality. Always nitpicking and complaining and, and then you got such hostility towards Mary. Mary is the group that put your motherfucking ass on the map. And you sitting up here like you can't go back and pay homage to that. You can't honor that. You're actually better in Mary to me than you are solo. So it's like such a fucking headache, you guys. I'm thinking about fast forwarding her motherfucking scenes, get right to Erica and Warren and calling it a day. All right, y'all. That's pretty much what I wanted to talk about. Those 3 topics. It's your girl, Brand New. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And I will check y'all later.